Alright. Hello everyone. My name is Reclesis, and today I get to show you this absolute gem of a game. It's this Ancient Roman Power of Darkside. First things first, do not adjust your volume. This game has absolutely no sound at the beginning. Like the opening screen has no sound at all. We are doing any percent today. I'm gonna call this any percent half cutscenes. I do want to show off some of the cutscenes, but I don't know how long it would take to show off all of them, so we're only going to show off a couple. Yeah. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to let this first one play, because it is just beautiful. You can skip all these cutscenes just by holding down the start button, but I got to show off at least a couple. In a universe far from our own, civilization once thought immortal was blown away in the blink of an eye. That senseless evil lurked in the shadows for untold years before unleashing its hate upon Hein Rogue 17 years ago. Kai, the young tragic prince who lost everything, begins his journey to find peace, love, even himself. Let us open the curtains to his tale. Skipping this saves about 3 minutes. But with the estimate that I gave, that should be fine to show this off in a couple of other cuts. So this is already something. Just wait. Just wait. Also, to let everyone know, this is originally a Japanese-only game. I'll be running on an English patch, created by Snowy Aria. That right there is the face that I made when I first played this game. "1,000 years passed after the men got miraculously blown away." It's a little loud on my end. I think I'm going to just lower the volume a little bit on my end. Hopefully that's not too much. Just let me know if I need to change it. These are the kind of animations we get to look forward to, people. This is a PS1 game, by the way, and it came out a year after Final Fantasy VII. Beautiful door animation. Years later, after 1,000 years later. So 17 years later after that. So 90s, yeah. This game was made by a company called, was produced by Nihon Studios, I believe. I don't know any other company that had a hand in this. Also, with this cutscene right here, the cutscene itself breaks this door. And now we get to play the game proper. Even though the opening cutscene named Kai, we get to change his name, but we're not going to. We're just going to straight into it. If you press circle and X rapidly, you'll go through the text really quick. Essentially, Kai wakes up after a nightmare. That opening cutscene was Kai's nightmare. Wakes up to this old man, Jonathan. He goes out into the town where he's grew up all of his life. This town is under monster control. And they're essentially like forced servants here. First thing we gotta do, talk to everyone here. It's very easy to overmash in this game. Talk to everyone, and we get told, yeah, you're not working tomorrow. No more work today and no work tomorrow. So everyone's kind of like, all right, what's that about? We're gonna go talk to right here. And also, you're gonna notice me doing this a lot. This game has extremely finicky door triggers, to the point where, like, sometimes it's not on the door, sometimes it's slightly ahead of the door, slightly to the left of the door. So, Pearl mentioned this here, which for 17 years no one's bothered to push. And we're quickly introduced to one of the most infuriating things about this game. Now, there's a treasure chest right here. First treasure chest of the game. There's nothing in it. There's an item right here. So this game has a lot of items in the environment and not actually in half the chests. Right here it says that the people of town have dug up essentially like a dark crystal. Pretty much the black materia. And they plan on killing everyone in the town. So we're like, that's not cool. We're gonna go tell people in the town about that. This. Here the old man Jonathan just immediately starts going into, oh, Kai, you're the chosen one, by the way. That's exactly how fast this comes up, by the way. I'm not kidding. Everyone decides they're gonna go start fighting. We get this big old muscle man here to join our party. His name is Burke. And the girl from before, she's gonna be coming in just a moment. Her name is Michelia. And everyone's really mean to Michelia. Like, right now, they're just telling her, no, you can't join, it's too dangerous. Over and over again. But he's actually one of the most useful people for this particular speedrun. Before we do any fight, we'll grab a couple more items. Yep, trash can lid. Talk to this device. Menu, Kai, knife. Kirk. Cloth armor, trash can lid. I'm gonna save it here just in case. Normally I wouldn't. By the way, this game gives you a single save file, and that's it. Yes, they are playing patty cake. Also, this is our very first boss fight. Behold, combat. I'm just gonna let this play. Hi, Michelia. Ew. Thank God he attacked Burke and not Kai there. And that is this game's combat. Every time there is a sound effect in combat, the game will visibly hitch. Also, this line right here. Rip in peace. Love it. I am gonna skip this cutscene. Old man Jonathan died fighting monsters out in the open, and we decided to not really bury him. We just decided to we're gonna put dirt on top of him and call it a day. And we just decide, hey, we're gonna go to this town we heard about that's north of here. Why? Because it's just not here. We just don't want to be here. But in that fight, we did lose Michelia, but I'll explain why that's not going to be a problem later on. Also, at this point, the game now has random encounters. And this game, much like other JRPGs, or other like badly made JRPGs, has a very high encounter rate. But you'll notice I haven't gotten into a single encounter yet. This is one of the 2 major glitches in this game called the no encounter glitch. Now, anyone can do this. It's probably the easiest glitch ever in gaming history. If you want to do this glitch, just look at your controller, find the circle button, and hold it down. As long as you hold the circle button down, you will never get a random encounter. Here we find the gate. Also, I've only been running this, like, I've only finished a couple runs of this, so I apologize if I get any, like, story beats incorrect or whatever. We're gonna come here, we're gonna find this body. We get a locket from this, and then we just decide we're gonna go return this to their family. Do a little bit of a nice thing. Here. Now this door is locked, so Burke is going to throw himself at it. No sound effect for it going down. It just goes down. That puts us onto the overworlds. They didn't really want to do like open world exploration, so it's just spot to spot. Now, like I said, I've only recently learned how to speedrun this game. I will try to answer any questions that anyone has. Sorry if I get them wrong, but you notice that the town's pretty empty. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into here to trigger a small cutscene. We're gonna grab a stuffed bear. That's less of a glitch from over dev tool they forgot to take out, probably. There. Doing this changes it to night. We're gonna go find ourselves somewhere. Please, thank you. So a lot of the beginning of this game is just going from place to place, smashing through events as fast as you can. It doesn't really pick up for about another, like, 40 minutes. So I'll do what I can to fill in the time with whatever I can talk about. Now, in combat, every time a sound effect plays, the game, like, hitches, does the effect, hitches again, and then goes back to normal. That's because every single sound effect in this game is slated for 10 seconds. So it like tells the PS1 RAM like, hey, play this cutscene for 10 seconds. Then like put that into your RAM, play it, and take it out. And that really messes with the RAM of the PlayStation. Also, we get attacked by this thing. This is Boo-Ray, and he is a human monster thing. See if I can stop the playing this. Oh. Bert, what are you doing? What a jerk. So he said he suddenly turned into this. Oh, I went over it by accident. All right, so apparently out of nowhere, Berg's like, "Oh, by the way, I heard about this thing called humans turning into monsters disease. That is what they're calling it, and that is what they will call it for the remainder of the game. Also, he just disappeared. Let's forget he existed. Moving on. Now we're gonna leave the town where we came in. This game is for chaotic energy. Yes, it is. It's even more chaotic if you're doing no major glitches. I haven't learned that yet, so we are doing any percent whatever. Here we are skipping all of the random encounters. We're gonna do a quick pit stop here. Honestly, because we have to, but we're not gonna spend So we're reporting the dead guy that we found to the captain of the guard here, and he tells us, "Hey, go to New Hine Road Castle. Let them know what's going on, and we'll look into things here." We also got a locket from that dead body, and he says the next town, not next town, town's over, is where you can find the family of the person who owns that locket. Sanitas Village, and if you're tired, this is probably going to put you to sleep, and I apologize. Whatever, this town theme is just very, like, I can't quite think of the word to use for it, but it makes me want to fall asleep. Here we're going to talk to a doctor who's been looking into the humans turning into monsters. He says that there is a man here that was attacked by some of these monsters, and we need to go get him some medicine to help him out. Here, the group is making fun of Kai for being nice, which is weird. It's very easy for NPCs to get in your way. Also, pay attention to this guy. He is actually part of the environment. This NPC does not move, he does not blink. He just gives you that 1,000-yard stare. Back to the doctor. Deeds and things, man, and some stuff. Every single shopkeeper, and there's a lot of shopkeepers in this game. They're all like part of the environment. They're not actually like NPCs that move around or anything. We're essentially told, come back tomorrow, guy. I try to move so that these chickens don't get in my way. Oh. Also, movement in this game is a little weird. Like, some of these environments are like at a tilt. So if you like press up in one area, say you press up here, it's not the same up that you would have on the screen that we were just in. So you have to, like, actually practice each individual room to figure out how you're gonna move in a quick manner. Now we're gonna talk to the doctor's patient. As I said before, was attacked by... He was actually at the same area we found that body. So we're just gonna ask him about it, and he's kind of, you know, angry at the fact that a bunch of people died around him. He's hurt. He doesn't want to deal with us. So Burke gets mad at him and calls him a... Yep, right there. You shitty old man. I'm too used to just skipping over a lot of this text, but there are some gems in here. He also teaches us a bunch of low-level spells. We're going to use exactly none of it. Also, even this guy is saying, hey, like, early in the game, Jonathan and Kai were like, no, Michelia, you can't fight with us. It's too dangerous out there for you. And that old guy is saying, yeah, you should ditch Michelia. Like, it's gonna be too dangerous for her. She can't join you. But for the speedrun, she's one of the more powerful characters because of a glitch we'll be taking advantage of in about an hour. Casually though, Michelia is pretty rough. Like, casually you'd really want to be like hitting things, and she doesn't do much damage when hitting things. Now we're in the town of Mel, and they're like, "Oh, we should." The captain told us to find an inn here. I wonder where the inn is. Dude, we should ask around where the inn is. The inn's right here. Turns out, the proprietor of the inn is who we're looking for to give amulet of the dead guy to, and she has exactly like 2 text boxes of feeling bad about it before she talks normally again, as if nothing happened. We stay for the day, and I think it was Burke who brought this up, but they mentioned that they heard about Michelia's family potentially being from here. So something I want to point out on this screen right here. This screen is using multiple different signs to tell you what kind of shops those are, like the sword is the weapon shop, and on the other side is items, and I believe the ghost is spells. But in a few screens, there's going to be a bunch of buildings. All of them are shops, and none of them have signs. And so here, Michelia shows a pendant that she has. Turns out that the elder here recognizes it and says, "Oh yeah, your mom lives here, on the other side of the town." So Kai gets the idea. It's like, "All right, great, we can ditch her here and keep going." By the way, Kai has like no idea what he's even doing. His whole thing was, we're gonna go north just to get away from this town we've been trapped in for the last 17 years. That's it. And here he's gonna tell Michelia, "Oh, it's gonna be too perilous out there." Dude, you don't even know what's out there. Kai's kind of a jerk. Also, if you run this game, prepare for your arm to hurt from matching. So thank you, Grape Gal, for the $50 for the ACLU. For those who don't know, Grape Gal is my fiance. She's in the other room right now. She is absolutely amazing. So here, all of those doors, except for this one that I'm going to go to, are shops. But you can't tell what any of them are because there is no sign. So we go in here, essentially tell these people like, hey, we found your daughter. We're leaving you here, kid. Thanks, bye. Also, I forgot to point this out, but Burke's sprite is a little weird in that one arm has a sleeve and it looks like the other one is sleeveless. It isn't sleeveless, they just inverted his sleeve. It is upside down. Also, Burke comes out here to confront Kai, punches him in the face for being a jerk to Michelia. Which, honestly, rightfully so. And they're like, alright, we'll talk about it in the morning. So now we go back to the inn. I somehow ran through the building there. That was interesting. And the next day, the woman taking care of Michelia's mom's like, hey, we can't afford to have another mouth to feed, so you take her back by. And doing this, if Michelia was actually behind Kai and Burke in levels, she would instantly be leveled up to their point. So her dying during the Puga fight didn't actually put us behind. If she dies in other fights, though, that is a problem. Alright, and we got lost. Now the group's gonna yell at each other, trying to figure out where to go. They're looking for... Excuse me, they're looking for New Hine Road Castle. And they don't know where they are, and then... that appears.
見慣れない顔ね。どこから来たの？これからさ、どこ行くの？ねえねえねえ。
Enjoy more animation.
君は誰？
This one's pretty short.
質問しているのは私の方よ。
この子の母親のふるさとを探す旅をしているんだ。
面白そう。私も連れてってよ。
ダメだよ。
なんでそんなこと言うのよ。
道案内してくれんならいいんじゃねえか。
やった。どこ行く？どっから行く？
This is Farah. Farah is awesome. She is a pixie, and she can only she can use certain equipment that we're gonna get throughout the run. And casually, she is a huge upgrade from Michelia. Here's New Hine Road Castle. Place we've been looking to get to. Oh, let's see here. Before we do anything, oh my god, what happened to your face? What didn't happen to his face? And before we go to the castle, we need to have an important conversation with this chicken right here. Now, talking to that chicken 3 times grants you a powerful healing spell. How are you supposed to find that out? Just talk to it 3 times. I don't know why you want to talk to it 3 times. So, unfortunately, that's not the only point in the game where you can talk to something multiple times, not get something, but after talking with it a whole bunch, you finally do get something. And there's items like that you can miss. Alright, so we're wanting to go into the castle. We're told, yeah, you can't go into the castle because screw you, that's why. So we need to try to find another way in. There, we find this sign right here, saying that there is a tournament to recruit guards. So Kai and Burke decide that they're going to enter this tournament, and they tell Michelia and Farah that they can't help because jerks. Or at least Kai does that. Burke is just, you know, kind of going along with things. We sign up as participants, but it's not until tomorrow. So tomorrow we start our tournament arc Hi, please. Thank you. Alright, tournament arc time. Now, if you had a game like this, how would you depict a tournament? Would you have it go into the battle system that we've been introduced to? Would you have a minigame? Comment your answers in the chat, and I can guarantee you are wrong. Because this is how they depict how the tournament goes. And Burke wins. If you like that a lot, well, get ready. We're gonna do it again, except with Kai this time. And can Kai do it? Nope. Kai loses. I am gonna skip this one though. This cutscene. If you hold down start, it'll skip the cutscene on the earliest frame possible. All that really happens there is that Kai drops an amulet. Also, Burke just says, yeah, that guy that beat you, yeah, he beat me too. So yeah, we're both out of the turn. Burke's loss happened off screen. Now, like I said before, movement in this game is a little weird, and that doesn't only apply to you, that applies to NPCs as well, as you're about to see from how a guard is about to run at us. So we're gonna leave. And then this guy runs just like this. And then we're gonna walk like that. Because rather than going diagonal, we're going upright, 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 upright. Yes, this is Iago. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So it turns out someone found that amulet that Kai dropped, and it turns out that it belongs to the royal family of this castle. Surprise! Kai's a prince. We learned that from the opening text scroll, but still. Talks about how like the prince got taken from his mother, and how they've been looking for him for years, and oh look, he just showed up. Also, this guy just moves at you really creepily and really slowly. Put those hands down, sir. Sir. This is just a lot of text mashing right here. So while I'm going through this is mostly them going like, yeah, we found our prince, yeah, we found our prince, and him going, I don't want to be a prince. I found out about this game through a video by a speedrunner named Punchy, who, well, he doesn't speedrun this game, he does make YouTube videos, and he made one about this game. I watched it and I went, I need to learn this. I need to learn this right now. Every year, I like to pick one objectively bad video game and learn the speedrun for it to see if, like, I can find, like, a redeeming quality to it. I've done this for the last 4 years. And this is the newest bad game that I've learned. I learned it earlier this year. I've only managed to finish 2 runs so far. But that's okay, we will be doing a lot more safety saving this time around. Oh my god, hi Punchy! Just for the Quiet Man, which is better speedrun-wise, or just in general? I have more experience with the Quiet Man. But this game is got a charm of its own. Oh, I can move up. There it is. There's the trigger. Alright, also this text right here is great because Kai doesn't want to, like, the game doesn't want to re-explain everything, so just that. Kai explained everything. So they ask Kai, hey, where should we go now? It's like, let me go ask. I forgot to, get that important bit of information. While we're here, we're gonna get some extra money. We're told to go to the Sage's Road. Before we do that, we're gonna pick up a couple of things on the way out, namely some spells. Also, I'm not sure what you mean by better in like a speedrun sense or a game in general. Both are gloriously bad. Ooh, excuse me, chicken. I think I accidentally canceled out the second. Perfect. No, do not buy that. Not buy that. We're gonna buy the Kepler spell. Also, be very, very careful going into menus. Right there, I almost just made the run impossible. We have a pretty tight money route that we need to follow. And if I had pressed circle one more time, I would have bought something that I didn't need. Talk to the sage here, who gives us the Thor High spell, which essentially is just like Thundaga. Because there's Thor Low and Thor High. There's like Ice something and Ice Age. It's like Blizzard, Blizzaga. Alright, before we continue, we are going to go on. We're going to go back to an area we were at earlier. We're going to sell the bear we picked up and pick up a bunch of earrings. Earrings 9. Rapid earrings essentially just make us a little quicker. And each character can have up to 3 trinkets. On to the Sage's Road. Here we need to do the no encounter glitch again. For those who weren't here earlier, just hold the circle button down. You will never get a random encounter. I would say that this game is probably worse than the Quiet Man. At least you can pick up the Quiet Man and beat it faster than this. Got that elf stick. And that was the entire dungeon. The dungeons in this game are only like a couple screens long. Which makes dungeon crawling not really a thing. Also, this area kind of infuriates me. Because it's... This and a few other areas we're going to go to are just massive areas of literal nothingness. We need to go talk to the Grand Sage here about the people turning into monsters. And he's like, "Oh, you need to go through some training. So you're gonna go sail to an island, and you can't get off of it until you complete the trials there." And we're just kind of like, "Okay." Also, this music. This is top tier PS1 music. Absolute cinema. It is the beautiful sounds of someone taking a keyboard and throwing it down the stairs. Plus 5 anxiety. So the trigger to leave that area is not on the bottom. It is in the center, back a bit. Also, throughout the run, we have to go through the Sage's Road a few different times because it cuts off like some areas from others. We're going to the Port of No Return, which is a lie. We can totally return from here. So now the training port here, we can't actually leave until we finish the area. But there's a free inn and shops, so we're good. Talk to this guard. Once again, no encounter glitch. We need to go through 2 different towers, and they are both more or less the same. They are just giant, open, nothing areas. Hi. Hearing. Alright. I'm gonna save here because I lost 2 minutes on this upcoming fight in my people. Oh, I forgot to do my party. Change my party to oh yeah. Save again. Now we're gonna fight the swordsman. He does not have a name, he's just a swordsman. Also, one thing you're gonna notice is it looked like Farah had more spells than Michelia. They do not have more spells than each other. If you buy one spell, that spell is usable on everyone in your party. But if you don't have enough MP to cast the spell, it just does not show up in your magic tab. Which means you have to remember what spells you actually bought. Also, best death animation right there. No extra items, that sucks. Okay. We're hoping for good drops on this boss and the boss after it, so that we can sell later. But we also got the blood sword, which is honestly really good. Blood sword comes with the added side effect of HP drain. I hope that we get the 2 items from the boss fight, because otherwise, things are gonna get a little weird. I don't quite remember what I need to sell if I don't get these items. I think I just sell literally everything that's not equipped, or that I don't plan on equipping. So, got a sword. Now we need to go to the other place to get a rod. Also, I want you to take a look at this next area we're going into. And just think about it. Don't think about it for too long because it'll hurt. But think about it. Look at this structure. How? Just how? We'll get a better look at it after we finish, because I actually need to do a shop after this. Save just in case. We shouldn't need to save here, but I would like to, finish. This is the magician. And Farah is going to one-shot. Team Rocket, classic off again. No extra items. This is not good. Okay. It's gonna come. It should come up when I need to get chair. It is possible to finish. My very first run, I did finish without getting any extra items from either of them. I just don't remember what I need to sell. And what sucks is, like, I can't grab a random chest to try to sell whatever's in it. Up until a certain point, our inventory needs to be, like, super specific. Old man, we're gonna rest one more time. Now we need to go back to the Grand Sage. Sage told us we needed to go through those 2 trials, but he lied to us. There's one last trial. The monks here and the Grand Sage himself. Hi. Then I get a glacial run. I genuinely don't know when I got that. First monk fight. Now the spell we bought earlier is called Kepler. It is essentially a petrification spell. Kepler. So this enemy should now be stoned. How could we tell? We can't. We can't. There's nothing on screen that tells what you have or what the enemy has for status effect. You just need to hope that. And the rest of this fight is just Kai smacking two stoned monks. Oh, by the way, every time they say something, you do critical damage. Yes, his crits are doing like 20. Yeah. Real quick, use some Now, if you notice, when you hover over those items, there is no description as to what they do. You just have to use an item and see what happens. That's the same thing with spells. Not a single spell in this game has a description attached to it. No items have a description. Weapons have a description. Them. Oh, it's the game. It is the game doing that. It is not your internet. Every time there's a sound effect in combat, the game will pause, do the sound effect, and pause again. Or like pause sound effect. Pause. 4 damage. Good job. Right now, those guys are taking care of on to the fight with the Grand Sage. Now, all these other monks who were fighting, they were pretty much in nothing but their pants. Just look at how this guy's dressed for this fight. This man is straight up in his underwear. Bye, Grand Sage. Certainly is a look, yes. So we're given a rolled up certificate saying that congratulations, we did the trials. And we get told, hey, we need to go back to the castle. But before we do that, we're going to take everything. As awesome as she is not a permanent party member. So I don't like the way these guys are like poking their sticks out at me. Now we need to make our way back to New Road Castle. Every time you need to go back to New Road Castle from this area, you have to go through the Sage's Road. So we have to go through a couple more screens of absolute nothingness to get there. So by the way, if anyone has any recommendations for any future bad games that I could learn, feel free to let me know about them. Because I am an enjoyer of bad video games, as you can see from what I'm showcasing to you all. I'm gonna go back to the stage and the minister, just to let them know everything that happened. Like, yeah, we once saw the Grand Sage. We got a certificate. We didn't learn that much about the humans turning into monster disease, and we get told that there's a situation involving elves, and that we need to go talk to a wizard named Leon. There we go. I already speedrun Mystic Quest. That is a great game. Get that Slender out of here. That's just an easy RPG. That's not a bad RPG. On the way out, we get an old man and this guy having a bit of an altercation. Turns out that I guess they said the old guy is attacking him, so like, oh yeah, the human's becoming monster disease. Let's tackle this old man and turn him into the guards. That's this entire scene. I think it's supposed to set up urgency for you to find out more about the disease, but you essentially just turn an old man into guards. We need to go find Leon. He is up this way. Now, unfortunately, because we didn't get any extra drops from the swordsman and the magician fights, the next couple boss fights, we have the potential of getting one shot on. Also, we walk in here and ask him if this is Leon, and he's like, "Hey, you need to introduce me first before I tell you if I'm Leon or not." Which I'm like, "No, are you Leon?" But yeah, that guy tells, "Yeah, I'm Leon, but I don't know like much about what you need." So there's a guy down here who does. Talk to him. Okay. Talk to Lubinov, I believe is his name. And he says, "All right, I'll meet you at the bar at night. So we need to actually do something before nightfall. We're going to go and get ourselves another item." Let's see. Back to that house, talk to this lady. Take her up. Talks about a fable about pixies and stuff. Sarah's like, "I'm not a fable, I'm real," and we end up getting an item from her. Nightfall. In. I believe the weapon shop here has an absolutely broken item that you would use in a casual playthrough called the Sleep Axe. The Sleep Axe has a 100% chance of inflicting sleep on whatever it hits, and that includes bosses. We will not be using that. Instead we'll be doing a glitch to make our magic damage really strong. Because if we get the axe and we try to go that route, we're still not doing a lot of damage. Now we're at the Dixon Forest. We need to go and find the elves. Also, right here, you think that this is a branching path, right? Like, oh, maybe if I go one way, it's fast. It's like it leads to secrets or items or more area to explore. Wraps around on itself. Because map design is difficult. So we find this tree. Farah and Burke have a fight, and I'm pretty sure Farah is winning this fight. And we find a door to go inside of this tree, which should supposedly lead us to elves. We make them apologize for fighting, and keep in mind, we're inside a tree right now. Everything that you see from here until we leave the tree again is inside of a tree. Also, this next cutscene is great. This is another one I will let play. Find some elves, and oh no, they're attacking us. Bam.
あなた方がピクシーの仲間だとは存じませんでした。手当てをします。ついてきてください。
Yep. She didn't kill Farah. He hurt Farah. But that just the animations, that line delivery, Farah just kind of going into it. By the way, we're in Elfland. We're this is literally called Elfland. And again, all inside a tree. And once again, because diagonals don't really exist for Kaya there, he just waddles behind the elf that just took out our best party member. So that takes Farah out for the remainder of the game. Fortunately, she does not stay in the party. Elves are carnies, yeah. Oh no, this game. You're welcome. So she tells us we need to go talk to the village elder. We're gonna go talk to him, and he's gonna be like, yeah, our bad. We don't know anything about this disease that you're talking about. And we're gonna have Mina here, the girl who took out Pharaoh. She's gonna travel with you now. Mina's actually pretty good. That is something I definitely don't. We need to go back to New Hyrule Castle. Also, if you go to all the different shops in the game, they'll be named like General Store, like Weapons Shop, and some have like different names depending on where you go. If you go to the General Store here, the General Store name is called General Store, but Elven. How we leave Elfland. Also, we didn't really get a chance to see it when I was buying the Kepler spell, but some spells in this game are named after cars. There's the Volvo, and there's the Porsche. I don't even remember what they do, honestly, off the top of my head. I think Volvo is the defensive spell. New Hyrule. Placeholder name that made it into release. Nothing to see here, folks. Just like how most people think that the no encounter glitch is a dev tool that was left in the game, which it probably is. I don't see that being out of like the realm of possibilities. By the way, we are making absolutely zero progress on the humans turning into monsters. Now we're told to investigate the rune gates. In attack. Forget the whole reasoning there. I learned the speedrun and didn't actually look at all of the story. I know bits and pieces of it. So if I can't explain something, sorry. the community for this is a small handful of Japanese runners and one Canadian runner. Now me. Gonna go to Barrow's May and not the room game, we're told to. Here. Sorry, 3 Japanese. I know there's one person that did other categories. We go here and we hear somebody, they say it sounds like a wounded dog. It is the captain guard that we talked to earlier. So we agree to help him out with the situation. Let's see, there's monsters in a nearby tower, and one of his own guard is stuck up there. We're gonna go help him. He joins us for this area and one other area. This is McLeod. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this. He joins us for an entire 2 areas, and then he will be gone. Pick up a couple items here. I'm on the screen, but speakers. One item we're going to pick up on the way. Another fruit pie, party, pie, save. In my current PB, I lost 7 minutes to this fight that's coming up. This is the Drakator, and it has Arena here held captive, even though she's like, "Here, you guys, I got this." But we're like, "No, we're gonna fight this." There we go. Okay, I lost 7 minutes to this boss fight because that didn't happen. She went before me for 7 whole minutes. Now we just beat. We're not attacking with McLeod because he does like less than half of the damage that Kai does. He is essentially there to potentially soak up a hit. Also, I didn't mention this before. The currency in this game is called Game. G-A-H-M-E. Game. I don't know if that's a real-world currency or if they just made that up, but it's a funny-sounding word. Rena here. Join us. On. We now have our main party that we're going to be using for the majority of the end game. Before we leave, our main end game party is going to be Michelia, Mina, and Serena. Mainly because they start off with decent magic stats. Like the only thing Michelia really has going for her. The other two for decent. So before we leave, we are going to go back to where we found McLeod, and we're going to do shopping. if we can get into the building. There we go. Sell. I have to sell and buy the hyper-specific thing. Hello. Buy. Big haircut. Painkiller.
そろそろ新しくして
9
えな。
persimmon. Mecha soup. Also, shops have weird RNG, not in like their prices or what they have, but every now and then, if you hover over certain items, one of your party members would be like, "Oh, I like that. Can you buy that for me?" And because of how sound effects are, it hitches and loses you die. Party. Bye. So now we're investigating Old Heinroad Castle right now. Apparently, whatever attacks Pharaoh's May originated from here. We're going to save here. We're not going to. We're going to yes. This is another fight where I've lost a lot of time in the past. Hello. Here's another swordsman. His name is Blore. Alright, I went first. Good. Now we just pummel him. Now I'm gonna let this cutscene play after this fight. There are other cutscenes like it, 2 other ones in fact, but I'm gonna skip those. Essentially the same cutscene. Alright. Behold the beauty of this game's cutscenes once again. That was never brought up before. It will never be brought up again. Apparently, Lore was Mina's father. Or Serena's father. My bad. And now another cutscene that I'm gonna let this one play out too. We're gonna go into this room right here, where we find a dead lady. If this, remember back to the very beginning of the game. Also, this face, that face right there. Turns out, Ai's mother, from 17 years ago, is not only still there, but perfectly preserved, and he recognizes her. And he's saying, "Oh, I resented my mother all these years," and all this stuff. Like, he never brings it up. He never brought it up before this. This game hurts my brain. Is there an explanation why this game's called Ancient Roman? Nope. The only thing that I know of for the reasoning why is like, like they're using the word Roman as in like a romanticized journey or something like that. Similar to how Romancing Saga is named Romancing Saga. But it has nothing to do with ancient Rome. There are no actual Romans. You need to leave. The game does make us walk all the way out, which is not too bad because it's only a couple screens. We're gonna go drop McLeod off at the rune gate so that he can just, continue doing his job. And thankfully, it just brings us straight to New Hyrule Castle. Excuse me. Now, the reason I went to Old Hyrule Castle is because not only it was like, oh, the things that attack this town are from here, but everyone thought that the minister and the sage here would like the fact that we investigated it. They kind of yell at us for, wasting time going there, but whatever. Now we get told that we need to find a ship and go out to sea. We need to find a pirate that'll be willing to bring us across dangerous seas. Oh man. Just really quick, this is just small bits of character development of all the characters just kind of talking with each other, random flirting, random teasing, stuff like that. Also, this game does have missable events where, with, what I'm looking for. Like, there are, like, side quests and stuff. Can I leave the room, please? There are missable side events where you can not exactly romance other characters in your party, but get extra character development. We're gonna be skipping absolutely all of it. If I need anything else while I'm... Nope. I know, I'm sorry. It's also because I don't know anything other than the roots. I just know that that stuff exists. Do some talking around. There it is. There's the trigger for the... Talk to everyone but the chicken. I completely forgot about this song. a lot of the music in this game is just jank though. Right time, we still haven't found any sailors. What are we gonna do? I know, we're gonna go to the inn. We're gonna go to the pub. We're gonna talk to the only character model that hasn't been reused. Very easy to overmatch and talk to people. It says, yeah, sure, I'll use my boat tomorrow morning, just be at the dock, so we're gonna go to the inn. Oh man, so we're gonna go to the inn, and they let us stay for free, which is honestly really cool because you can come here with no money. You don't have to like go out and get money to spend at the inn. For storyline purposes, they'll let you stay here for free. We're gonna talk to the sailor who introduced himself as Baroa, and he will be our final party member. He just kind of decides to come along with us. Now, we go to Disc 2. Now, this game does disc swapping a little different. So we're going to save the game. Once this screen comes up, now we can change the disc. If we change the disc without shutting the PlayStation off, it doesn't load. You have to shut the PlayStation off, turn it back on with the disc 2 in it. Or in my case, since I'm emulating it using an English patch, close the emulator. Reopen the emulator with disc 2. For speedrun attempts, we actually pause the timer at this. Don't start it back up until we hit. So if you're playing this game with an actual disc, first of all, I want to know how you became rich. And second, if you don't have a memory card and you get to that point, you're screwed. Because you literally can't continue the game without a memory card. And on to disc 2. We're going to the sealed cave. My voice is... we're not really... At this point, we've kind of dropped the humans turning into monsters disease. And now we're just kind of looking to get cool stuff. So, see this lady? She's getting really annoyed that she can't open the door. So mad that she just disappears from existence. We never see her again. Actually, yes, we do. But at this point, she just kind of fades from existence. Again, remember to hold down circle if you don't want any random encounters. Now here we learn that this world has several different gods, and each one has a divine weapon associated with them. Don't remember who that was that just tried to go out and touch one of them and getting us literally kicked out, but cool. Now we're gonna look into that now. Screw the humans become monsters. We want cool god weapons. And later in the game, we're gonna have someone ask you, "Why do you want the powers of gods?" And Kai seriously answers, "I don't know." Like, it's just cool to have, I guess. We're gonna go to the area that, I don't know why they call it this, just the warrior mage temples, to learn more about various gods and goddesses and weapons. I gotta remember to hold B here, because my first playthrough, my first attempt here, I completely forgot about it and got completely owned by the monsters here. Go to this house and I'm gonna try to stop the text here to show how they show some sound effects without actually having sound effects. Bang! That's the sound of Burke destroying things. That's the sound of Burke punching the staff. Bam, bam, bam. So Burke's like, I feel magic coming from this, so he just starts punching it. As you do to any other, you know, magical artifacts around, right? All these items. Also, this sound, this music that we're listening to right now, is quite special. I'm gonna see if we can get away from it, or show you why it's, or you hear why it's special. Nope. After 2 loops of that song, it will stop and continuously play the same note over and over and over again. And it'll still loop over itself while playing that note consistently. And it just hurts. Can you equip gold there? Heals other party. We get told, like, hey, if you come in here, you're gonna perish, go away. We talk to it again, they're like, that's it, we told you. They're very much like, go away, we're only gonna tell you this once. And we keep poking around like, that's it, I'm getting me balance. Okay, good. Okay. Whenever I see someone go to attack Michelle, I kind of clench a little bit. Alright, now remember before we had to talk to that chicken 3 times to get a spell? We can talk to these guards. Each one will give us 1 item, but if we continuously talk to them, we get an extra item. One of those items is very important. One sword. 5, 6, 7. We've talked to him additional 7 times to get that one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I get the item. Oh, there it is. No, 13 to this guy. And that is extremely important for the route because one of those items we need to use, and the rest should be actually no, 2 of those items we need to. The other 2 are going to be sold off for some more game because god damn it, we need. The New Hydro Castle. Power Man, Echo Man, those are items that increase your stats permanently. Second Man increases your health. Eve, the Power Man, increases either your strength or I don't know exactly what strength does in this game. The reason why I go slow there is so I don't accidentally buy extra stuff. 'Cause I don't want to buy this route. Omelets. Will drop. Give me a nut. Pretty soon we're gonna come upon the reason why I'm buying all these items. Also, every time we come back to New Hyrule Castle from here on out, Serena and Baroa leave the party for a moment. But just because they don't want to deal with the royalty here. So there we're told about Hermit we need to go talk to. We're also kind of told, hey Kai, you should probably look into, you know, getting a queen, dude. Yeah. So he's kind of they're kind of pushing Kai to be king way too hard on him. But he's just like, no, I'm gonna go and vaguely deal with the people turning into monsters and these cool weapons. Road. Back through this old area. Now, in a few minutes, we're going to be coming up on the other major glitch of the run called the 19th item glitch. Now, the item in your 19th slot, you can use over and over again if you do it correctly. When you're gonna see me go into my inventory, and when I select the item, it's gonna come up as like 90, 92 or 91, and I'm gonna use it 3 times to. I have lost the thought in my notes. Translate. Now you're gonna see me use this item 3 times, back out, go back into the menu, use it 3 times again, back out and go back in. And I'm gonna continuously do this because some of the items in this game not only increase one specific stat, we're gonna be using an item that is going to be increasing 3 different stats. But you need to use it, like the first one you use raises magic, the second one increases your intelligence, and the other one increases your quickness. But like, if you use only 2, you're only gonna get 1 magic and 1 IQ. It's weird. I'm gonna use this glitch to raise each stat once, back out, go back in, raise each stat again. And we're gonna do this for a while. Unfortunately, if you overuse that item, it goes away. You have to reload your save to start again. So that's going to be hyper-focused time for me. And I'm not going to be saying much of anything. So I apologize for that. But it is extremely important for the run that I don't mess it up. Turn. I
ぜひ使わせていただきたいわ。
roll. X. I.
これ欲しいな。
This house. Save. Alright. Let's time. So, all the way to the bottom. To Echo Man. Now it's 92. For Michelia. Use. Out. We're gonna do this until she hits a certain speed value. She's at 38 now. We want to get her into the mid 80s. And we're gonna do this for Shelia, Serena, and Mina. So this is like a couple minutes of concentration. Because again, if I overmatch even once, I have to start over. In fact, I might save between characters. My very first run of this, I got through Shelia and Serena, and then halfway through Mina, and then messed up. I'm gonna give her a little bit more. Ready. Oops, okay. If you underuse, that's okay. It's just overusing this. Serena takes the longest, because we want her quickness to be 160. Starting at 80. Under use, that's okay. Oh my god. I way overshot her speed. Just concentrating too much. No! Ah, crap. Well, gotta start that all over again. I failed the glitch. I'm using what's called the 19th item glitch, and using that glitch, I'm like giga buffing the stats of some party members. But the problem is if I overdo it, the item that I'm using to do it with deletes itself. That sucked because this farm was actually going like relatively well, other than like showing the cutscenes and whatnot. Now there's absolutely zero chance of a PB because I have to redo this entire thing. Which is fine. We're still gonna be a... We should still be in this. We should... The reason why I had that much of a reaction, though, is because I was 3/4 of the way through it. So let me do a test. Let me go all the way back out. All the way back in. Okay, I guess. So we are going to save between characters now. I broke my concentration because I didn't realize that I was like, I completely overbuffed Serena. I gave her like an additional 15 speed before I realized, wait a minute, I need to switch off of her. And then while I was talking about it, I immediately messed up on Mina. underuse is okay. And even on the last one, we don't want to overuse it. Lots of stuff. As the meme fest, I messed up this glitch 3/4 of the way in. So I lost multiple minutes. Welcome back, Deagle. Although GG's on your run. So this is what we're doing now, to avoid that happening again. We are saving after each character. In a run attempt, that would have just immediately reset right there. This is a marathon, and we've got saves. Or we have a save. I hate how this game has a single save file. God damn it, I did it again. I also completely forgot there is a load feature. There's I am so sorry, everybody. It is a long, delicate glitch. That is unfortunately necessary for me. Yeah, at least I don't have to do Michelia and Serena anymore. It's just Mina. So we're looking to get her quickness to 111. not done. I'm just making sure. Just making sure if we accidentally mess it up, I only need to do it like 20 more times rather than like 120 more times. There we go. Which is done. It only took 3 attempts. It's an easy glitch, but it's also very easy to mess. Oops. Alright, onward with plot. So we're going to the Hermit's Island to learn more about these weapons. And he, first of all, asks us why we want such power, why we want divine power, and honestly, half of the party can't even answer. To the point where Serena and Baroa just kind of walk out. Even still, he's like, oh, there's a bookcase in a cave with the answers that you seek. So you'd think, oh, we're gonna go into this sealed cave that he gave us I believe it's a rod to open it. So we're gonna go into the sealed cave in order to get divine knowledge. You figure, be like a long, sprawling cave. It's just right here. And everyone gets their own individual book. We're reading in progress. Reading in progress. Reading in progress. Reading in progress. Reading concluded. So here, everyone has a god associated with them, and the books tell them about their gods. Now here, it puts where they're located on your map and tells you about them. However, if you forget about where they're located, good luck to you, because there's no quest log in this game to remind you of where they're located. So, better hope you were paying attention or you were writing down everything that every single one of your characters said there. There's no way to recall that in-game. Where am I going now? Stage. So here, if I recall correctly, I have not gotten all of the items that I need. So this is going to be the first spot of potentially not having enough to buy what we need. So I think if I get rid of all like the starting equipment that we have, should be okay. Because the route changes depending on the drops that you have, and my notes unfortunately only have the optimal drops because I made my notes off of the world record run. And I just completely forgot to write down what you're supposed to do if you don't get need. That's completely on me. Not buy. For the Grand Station, sell the uniform. The uniform. Mecha. Talisman. Definitely that milk. Soup. Speed Coca. Egg. We're now going to buy Ice Age.
ぜひ
No,
使
I
わせ
will
てい
not
た
buy
だ
you
きたい
Grand
わ。
Hill. We'll buy Ice Age. Chariots. Okay. Ice Age and Chariot are area of effect spells. Chariot is going to be our end game heavy hitter. Ice Age we're going to be using in a couple boss fights. Okay, so I'm not gonna have enough money for either the persimmons later or the Maka Men. If I don't have enough money for the Maka Men, it's not the optimal route, but I know there's a boss fight before like the end game, where like if you do that boss fight, you're supposed to go straight to the end game. But I'll do that boss fight, go to a town, buy what I need, but then go to the end game. Yeah. Go up, left, left, down. Oh no, we haven't stage. Go through this area again. Also, I don't have my splits up. I have no idea how we're doing on time, but other than the 19th item glitch messing up twice, this run's actually been pretty good. And we're gonna pick up ring. What you're supposed to do is to go to one of the areas that was talked about in the books. Learn that you need the goddess ring and the goddess bracelet, then come and get come get the items, then go back. But you can just go get these first. Here. Guy's gonna tell us all about nearby shrine. You can't get in unless you have ring and the bracelet. And if you talk to him again, like I accidentally just did, he's like, "You already have the items." Like, yep, not good, dude. Oh, this is Michelia's god that we're doing first. Now, what's like storyline-wise, doing these quests is not only for plot progression, but they're supposed to be imbuing our characters with the associated god and goddess's power. I'm guessing. However, there's no actual in-game changes to their stats. They get no additional abilities, no nothing. So Michelia essentially gets god powers, but we can't actually use them in-game. Also, some of the gods require you to fight them to get their powers. Not Michelle. God damn it. I'm sorry, my throat was really hating me. There's a couple you have to fight, a couple that you don't have to fight. Here. This music is pretty upbeat for us about to fight something. All axe ointment. And we're gonna go into a boss fight. We're not gonna save. Because at this point, we're pretty beefy. So with Michelle's buffed up speed and magic, we're gonna hit this thing with an Ice Age and send it packing. Whee! Okay, I thought the game crashed for a second. Did that to go get the jewel here. Is needed for, I think it's Baroa's god. Oh no, we needed to get into this thing. That's what we need. Yeah. I'm gonna have no voice tomorrow. Oh, we're definitely gonna hear the special quality of this song here. Oh, can't get in here. Bert thinks he can just, bash the door down like he did at the beginning of the game. Oh. The old woman basically tells us all about the temple and need the tool to open it up. Got it though, so. This is PlayStation 1. This is a PlayStation 1 Japanese exclusive where we're playing an English translation. This song is one other one that there's a song that like constantly hitches. How was this? There might be this one. I might just be. It does look very Saturday. You're right. Hi, why'd you go that way? We're gonna go to Baroa's god, Neptune, where we crash our boat, but it's fine. We can leave whenever we want. Excuse me. Excuse me. We're treated to the old Senate Sauce Village music. Shield. Little menu here. Off. Perk. Boa gets fire spear. And lid. Bird. We're gonna save here because we're about to do a one-on-one fight with one of our non-buffed characters. We're going to do a solo fight with Baroa. This is gonna be the only time we see this man in combat. At least it's a great fight for him. He's 1v1ing a god right now. We're good. We just need to do that over and over again. I saved it there in case he crit me. But he doesn't do enough damage with the Neptune shield on to one-shot me when I'm at full health. And the Vampire Spear is draining me, so we're just gonna poke him until he flies away. That Baroa now has the powers of a god, which again doesn't do anything. Doesn't actually do anything in the game. Yep. The first time I did a run of this, I said "we" every single time someone died, and a friend of mine thought that was an actual, like, in-game sound effect. Here. So now we're gonna go find Mina's associated god. And hers is inside this cave, which has a massive palace in it. The palace has a distinct look to it. Looks like chocolate. I think the game is means for us to do this one first, because this person tells us about the trials of the gods. This is the third one we're doing. We're not saving it here because Mina is super fast and super magically powerful. So we're just gonna hit her with Ice Age and send her back. And most of these people are like, oh, I absorbed this power. Do you feel any different? And they're like, yeah, I just feel a little different. Like, come on. When we leave here, we're told about a person named Ezekiel. and how he is using the power of dark side to essentially, run the world and stuff. Basic. Oh yeah, by the way, we should probably introduce the main villain of the game at some point. That is the first time the entire game Gears of Field is brought up. Here we're gonna talk to an old lady to get information on Kai's god. There's the trigger. Like, you could be running against the entire side of a screen, hoping to go to the next screen, and the game's like, no, you have to do it here. Going back to the first screen, we're gonna do another. Oh, here is where we would actually sell the extra items that Kai had on that I would have had if I had gotten the drop. We might not be able to buy what we need right now. Might have to do some impromptu selling of stuff. How come? This is the every store. It's got every. Alright, sell 2 solves. Solves the shield knight and full helmet, which I do not have. Buy. Those. And all end guard, which we do not have enough for. We're gonna sell some basic stuff. We need that wind sword, as far as I know. Don't need these now. Give me one moment. I'm going to Control F my notes and see if I can find if I need the Maka soup anymore. Doesn't look like I do. Oh, I need to go back. Wrong button. I'm gonna sell this and hope it doesn't bite me in the butt. I'll end. So this part right here, kind of messed up. We need to get. Oh wait, no, not yet. Next area. Aqua fruit. That was the heck of fruit. That's bad. Use the wrong fruit. We might actually need that heck of fruit. Maka fruit. Dahlia 2. Party. I really hope we don't need that extra hecka fruit. Nina. Elliot. Wait, what? Arena Captain. Delia. Rose. Alright, really hope we don't need the hecka fruit. I used 2 when I wasn't supposed to. It's the best part of this game, really. Then again, I have a little bit of extra money from selling them. I'll keep an eye on my notes and see if I need to work on it later. This came out a year after Final Fantasy VII. Kind of surprising. We go to this town, which is set at the, like, above this town is a dam. However, one of the items that we want is in the dam under the water that it's holding back. So we go to here, and we get told that, hey, there's a fruit that you can eat that will let you breathe underwater. That this tree right here. Now, rather than us going, okay, cool, we're going to grab this fruit, and we're gonna eat it and swim through the dam. No, we're going to get all the fruit from the tree. We're going to give it to the people. Tell them to eat it, because we're going to blow the dam up, flood their town with water, to get the item that we want. Yeah. Yeah. And they're on the town's cool with it. I don't get it. Going to Rob Dam. God damn it, Rob. Gonna put us straight into a fight. We're just going to trivialize with the magic that we have. Oh, no, we're not. We are not. How far back are we gonna go? We don't have, I didn't heal myself. We're gonna do this. I didn't use my persimmons. Who's doing the spell skills? Ice Age. I forgot to heal my, what was Ice Age called? Alright, this is awkward. We're going to, stone him. So that... This is me going, wait a second. You hold it right there. And while I fix my mistake. While I fix... Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're okay. I'm pretty sure we end up with like a couple persimmons left. Persimmons heal RMP, but supposed to. 2 persimmons, 8 persimmons. Persimmons on. We're supposed to do that before. Grab that check. Hard. I'm gonna save it here because I've been making some dumb mistakes. This way we're not sent too far back if I need to do that. In page different. That, I believe, is what gets Serena her god weapon. Hopefully we're good on right now. I didn't completely screw myself up. Running into corners. It is really difficult to know like what you can and can't run against. Now on to Burke's fight. Burke is going to do a solo fight with his god. I'm going to save before it. I'm pretty sure he's safe, though. At least he should be safe. But save just to be safe. Burke does need to get Kepler off, and he doesn't have the buffed speed that everyone else does. But he should withstand a hit. We're good. We're good. Let's get pounded already. Bam. He didn't even level up. Now we're gonna go back to one of the towns that we did a shop in earlier. We're gonna buy a whole bunch of persimmons, and that should keep us good on MP for the remainder of the run. We have one more shop after that. If we had gotten the good drops, then we would be completely fine on money, but we're gonna have to do an additional shop after that, just to make sure we have what we need. Because at the end of the game, we're gonna need to be casting the chariot spell, but we're not gonna have enough MP to do that. Nope, so why'd you go down that far? Potted pills?
これ買ってね。
You know what? We're gonna buy 2 Hecker fruit just to replace the 2 I accidentally used. I know I can afford that much game. Also, there's one thing that I can't show off in this run because of the no encounter glitch, and that is the runaway animation. Main reason I'm saying I can't show it off is because I don't know how fast the are. I don't want an accidental death. We should be fine to run away from them, but I don't want to risk it. Oh no, this is for Serena. Wait, oh, we did Serena. No, we got the sword so that we can come here to fight Serena. We're gonna do that though. We're gonna go grab some armor. Roots. Yeah. Fire Spear. Alright, 1v1 time. Against enemy that's just straight up called Hero. Hi, Hero. Now we need to go back to Thanatos Village. We're going back to that music. Well, I can't say it's any better or worse than this. Maybe it's slightly better. But in Thanatos Village, we need to go use a dock. And that dock, fortunately, costs a lot of money to use. We're going to be using it twice, and each time it requires 2,000 game. And it's to just go to, like, one extra screen. I hope you guys are enjoying the jankiness that is the game. Thank you for the good luck, Zansu. Yeah. I gotta be careful to mash there, because you can have him come over, press X by accident to not pay him, and he's just like, well, fine, and he leaves. So we paid him 2,000 game to go look at this door and to leave. Go pay a visit to the shitty old man in the bed. Or he's going to give us a plot important item. He gives us a staff, which is going to unlock that door that we looked at, but not before we go and pay the guy at the dock another 2,000 game. Because he is just a greedy man. I don't have to talk to him. I can just go through. Actually, yeah. Completely forgot about that cutscene. It caught me off guard. Now we can leave and we gotta go back to New Heinro. You are... It should be the last stop, but it's for me it's gonna be the second to last due to unlucky drops. I'm gonna look at my notes and see if I can just push yeah, it's like one of the few RNG points. I still go here now anyway, just to like keep in good practice, because I do get the good drops. I don't think I need to use this. I'm gonna do it here anyway. Here. So the vampire spear. Relax. Supposed to buy 10 Makame.
欲しいんだけどな。
We only have enough for 9. We do need that 10th one. We do. Okay, I can do the boss fight with Kana first. Alright, so future run attempts when I get screwed over by drop RNG, skip that for now, come back after the combat. Tell him about Gizmafield. Turns out that he has Kai's dad as a all of sorts, which we're gonna be getting another cutscene of you killed like guy in full armor. A helmet comes off. Dad, you know, like we had earlier. I believe that happens for Kai, it happens for Mina, and I believe it happens for Serena as well. Now we're gonna grab a couple more items. I think that... Yeah, right. Stinks is like you can't sell every single item you pick up. I remember my first attempt at this run. I picked up a couple items, thinking like, oh, I'll just use this to make up the difference, and then they didn't show up in any shop. I'm like, oh, okay. Also, the textures in this area are just absolutely amazing. If you ever want to like get friends together and just play a game, just goof at it, this is definitely a great game for that. And I'm very happy that this got into the marathon so I can show it off to everybody. Alright. This song seriously just sounds like someone's noodling on a keyboard. So that cutscene, is the spirit of Kai's mom kind of clues him in on some stuff with the field, and again lets him know, hey, Dad's over there. Should probably go and fight him, I guess. Go for it. Here, pick up this rod, and then we're gonna leave. And nothing bad's gonna happen at all. Absolutely nothing. Oh, sorry, nothing bad other than this music is gonna happen. Oh no, assassin! This is weird because it looks like this person's here to kill Bert, but then Mina's like, you ain't doing that. Then you're gonna eat this with fish. Then you're gonna eat this Ice Age. That right there is gonna give us the rest of the game that we need for the run. Because we need one more Makaman. Minimum. Oh, not that cutscene. So, this next series of events is a little weird. Mina and Burke decided to stay around and just keep an eye on the person that we just beat up. All while Kai goes to use that rod we just picked up. Not sure where he went. But it's close to where we are. And this opens up a town full of monsters. It's people that were changed from the humans turning into monsters disease. And they kind of made their own little town. Remember that from the beginning of the game? Remember when that, became irrelevant after a while? And I guess it has something to do with Gizafiel. We're gonna go fight Gizafiel about it now. Don't give me a hug, dude. To the right. Or I guess Mina and Burke were not paying attention to the person. They got away. They were doing other things. I'm gonna make a quick pit stop back to New Hyrule Castle. I'm actually gonna I think I'm just gonna splurge on all of the Makamen, because in the runs that I've done, I've been shy like 1 or 2 MP. Makamen increases your max MP. I think I can buy like
これ買ってね。
Supposed to use 5 on Michelia and 5 on Mina. This is to buff their MP to just enough to be able to cast the Chariot spell. And the Chariot spell is going to be the main damage spell that we use for the remainder of this run. It's Mina that doesn't. That right there is the only fork that I know of that actually leads to 2 different areas. Use 5. There. Simmons. Yeah. Oh yeah. Use it. I'm actually gonna use another one on Mina. Heal enough. Party. And a safety save. Yes. Gonna fight one of Gizi. Bleh. Oh, in the next area. have to grab that. Not need to grab that. See that menu one room too early. But we're gonna fight one of Gizafield's minions named Ramias, and he's got a pet named Gary. We're gonna kill both of them. Ramias. Gary is cheap. One chariot gets rid of the dog, second chariot gets rid of Ramias. If you're at this point and you don't have enough MP for Mina, or for either Mina or Michelia to cast Chariot, 2 Ice Ages will do the job. Also, I don't know why the game has Kai walk down there and then stop with no text. You're just kind of like waiting. Oh, I almost forgot to hold down circle. Can't have any percent without the no encounter glitch. Getting real close to the end of the game now. Got a couple more boss fights left, but only like two areas to go. %. Arena. And save because you never know. We're fighting the assassin from before on top of another one of Gizafield's Sabrina, Kepler, and Lucy. And the reason why we're doing Kepler is just to guarantee that they're not going before Michelia. Or at least try to make sure that. There was one fight later on where I've had a boss go before and take out Michelia. So don't want that to happen. No item drop here. There is an item that can drop. It's not mandatory, but it is nice. It's nice if you get it. Raises quickness a little bit, but not necessary. We'll leave, and we're going to be going to the final area. Oh, Simmons first. My PB, my goal time for this when I was practicing was sub 3 hours and 10 minutes. I got a 3:11 recently, and the only reason why it wasn't sub 3:10 was because I forgot to do what I just did there. My overall goal for this game is to get under 3 hours. That'll happen eventually. I'm not like super grinding that. To the final area, Danport. Excuse me. Now this castle is set up exactly the same way as Old Hyrule Castle. It's literally just reused assets. We will be saving before these next fights. Now we finally meet Geesefield, and we kind of give him the whole like, oh, you're not going to be king of this entire time, we're going to be king, and we're going to be much better than you, and he's like, I didn't even say anything about that? Like, this entire conversation is just strange. Like... Star. Now, I'm going to explain a glitch, or more like a bug, that I'm taking advantage of for the next fight. This game's magic defense and magic offense are bugged. They are swapped. So we're going to be casting a spell in the next boss fight that's going to raise our magic defense by quite a bit. What? Huh? Okay, she didn't die at least, so that's good. Right there, that's Gestalt was Kai's dad. Just skip the no dad dead cutscene. We're definitely saving. We are not good on health here. Alright, we have 2 fights left. This one is feel Aqua. Capilla gives the feel. Celia kept bias. Please don't attack me, I'll cry. Okay. For this turn, Rena's gonna cast Alt M Barrier. These are Harriet's Simmons on that's supposed to up our magic defense, but you're gonna see just how much damage Chariot's about to do. Hang on, those. Now, without that Chariot would have done about 300 to that. Bye, all three of them. So, that scene, Gizafield literally absorbs all of the other two, and we get, like, Ultra Mega Gizafield, essentially. Now this is the final boss fight. Field. And we get a surprise appearance from Farah, who comes in and gives us a full heal. And this fight is super easy. You Kepler him, he's susceptible to being petrified. Then you Chariot him to death. So next turn we're gonna restore Michelia and Mina's MP, and then 2 more Chariots, and he's done. Self. Milk. Milk gives you 1,000 MP. Alright, get ready on time. Time will be after the level up screen. And even Gizafield does not have his own death animation. Wait, he's still alive. That's not supposed to happen. Which one I bet if I just attack him, he's gonna die. He's gonna... We're just gonna do this. Nah. Yeah, he's supposed to be dead. Sir, why are you not flying up the street? There you go. Whee! Alright. And... this time. And that was Ancient Roman, Power of Dark Side. We are going to watch at least the first bit of the final cutscene, because it is just great. Look at that movement. 350-32, that's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So Kai becomes king of the land, and he takes Michelia as his bride, even though the entire game he's been trying to ditch her. There's one line in this that is just so good. Oh, you skipped it, right? Nope, no I didn't. Okay.
おい、どうした？
みんな、ちょっと聞いてくれ。彼女がこの城に留まってくれることになった。僕の妃として。やりやがったな。
Well done, you son of a bitch!
とても似合いよ。おめでとう。
I love that line. So thank you very much to really long Don for having me. Really enjoyed like showing this game off to people. It is a special kind of bad game. And yeah, if you liked that, I run this every now and then on my my stream, twitch.tv/Reclesis. I kind of hop back and forth between various different speedruns, mostly RPGs, some survival horror, mainly Saga Frontier and Resident Evil. Those are my like main games. Been focusing on like other games like Brigandine, and the only runner for that. Yeah, so if you liked what you saw, you can follow me there. Drop my controller. Also, welcome on in, Cedric Box with the raid. Thank you very much for that. And happy I can show this off while raising money for the ACLU. But yeah, so stick around. There's still plenty of runs to come. I believe the next one is UFO 50. Stick around for that, everybody. Yeah, this has been Ancient Roman Power Dark Side, the worst PS1 game ever. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. I have a feeling that Dell may have fallen asleep, because I am still here, and the timer is still going. I am not sure what to do at this point. Trying to out restreamers again. While we wait for that to happen, I can potentially try to show you guys the runaway animation. Oh, let me just boot up the disc 1 real quick. Yep, finished. We are all set here.